in the light heavyweight division. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in 12.73, and tonight he wears the all-black shorts. Please welcome from Yeovil, Bryn, Wain. And across the ring in the blue corner, making his professional debut this evening, weighing in 12.86, and tonight he wears the black and green shorts. Please welcome from Darwin, Ellison.
Good support.
Your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Steve Gray of Fleetwood. He will give his final instructions to both boxers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 4 3-minute rounds.
First things first, that's the one-man diet in the corner there. I've been told it was Mickey Jennings that was going to be training Ellison, so we'll grab Matt Bianco and have a few words with him. Oliver Harrison in the corner as well. So the first impression from Ellison, it looks like he's a handy lad, and it looks like he's going to be coming in there. I'd imagine he's going to be letting his hands go.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him previously in the senior novice amateur championships.
Yeah, looking at, I know it's Ellison's debut, but just looking at physically, Bryn Wain's up against it here, isn't he? Ellison's nerves will be coming, he's going to come out
Seconds
fast,
out,
I would imagine.
round one.
Steve Wood on his mobile there in the background. He was ordering a Chinese for 4:30 tomorrow morning when he gets in.
What a corner to have behind you, eh? Oliver Harrison in your corner for a debut. Yeah. It was fantastic, really. A guy, calm head like Oliver. Doesn't get too carried away with everything, does he?
No, he's a man with a plan, isn't he, Oliver? I think that's one of the things. You see Jamie Moore as well. Jamie seems to have copied that. Matt Bianco to a point as well. He's very meticulous. He's Alex. He's got a plan. Sends his fighters out with clear instructions. Gets them to stick to game plan. He's one of the top trainers in the Northwest for myself personally now. Great body shot there from Ellison. A nice jab as well, he's been working behind his jab.
Wain just caught him back there, and Ellison opened and shut his jaw. I think it did actually bother him that. He's been on the back foot since it landed. And that's the first shot he's taken with a 10-ounce glove on.
That's right,
in a professional ring, isn't it? So maybe it was just a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, there's definitely something about them 10-ounce gloves.
Great for the people in that's coming in early, to sit.
Scrappy.
It's going to get a little bit tasty. This is, but it's great, people. 2, 3, 4. I think there's probably close to 1,000 people in here already. When you look at how many people's in the bar as well. Always makes me wonder why the promoters, when they do this and they've got the camera placing that way, we don't sit the people down on that side first. Last time we were here, I remember Frankie Gavin put a tweet out, and he said, is there anyone actually out? They showed it was packed. Yeah. Jack Catterall and Joe Hughes, it was packed.
Yeah, as you're looking at the camera view now, left and right, the seat stretched back, and for that night with Catterall, it was packed right to the back, wasn't it? The little short side, where the camera shows, it looks empty. Maybe should filter people in that way.
Yeah. It was the same last night at the Meadowbank as well. It was exactly the same. They had it facing towards the tiered seating, and the tiered seating, a lot of those people were stood up on the other sides as well, so it didn't look particularly busy, but it was, it was close to a sellout there last night at the Meadowbank. Good little scrap, they say, for Ellison.
Yeah, he's having to work, not having it all his own way.
That's what you want, isn't it, at this sort of level, John? You don't want an opponent who's just going to clam up. It
no.
Doesn't give you the opportunity to look good, does it? Which is important at this stage.
Yeah, with your debut, you want the people who've spent the hard-earned money buying the tickets to walk away and say, "Oh, I enjoyed that." You might have brought a few people with them tonight that have never been to a professional boxing fight, and if they come and all they see is one-way traffic for 4 rounds, they may well never watch another round of professional boxing.
But Ellison seems to have his best success when he keeps it straight and he boxes at range, straight shots, 1-2s, put a left hook on it, finish just as he has done there.
Yeah,
obviously
for me,
with the reach advantage he's got as well.
I'd just like to see him keeping his right hand tucked in as he's throwing that jab. It's quite a bad habit he's got there. He likes to drop his right hand as he pops that jab. If Wayne's got half an eye on that, he'll be sure to whip a left hook over the top.
Round.
Yeah, Mickey Ellison, first round of his career in the bank there. A lively one as well. He's a perfect build, isn't he, for a light heavyweight? I do like, his wide shoulders, tall,
yeah, he looks
rangy.
athletic, yeah.
No, I think the light heavyweight division's going to really kick off in Britain next year, really do. If it Opie Burton, I think he's going to come through the Buglioni fight. I know quite a few respected people that's tipping Buglioni to get the win, but I think there's one or two fighters coming through there in the light heavyweight division that's going to bring it to life a little bit like Bellew did with the Cruisers. So he moved up there, and before you know it, just brings it to life a little bit. We've got a world champion sitting at the top of the division, as we have now with Cleverly, a light heavy. Whether or not you class that as a world title win,
No, I don't.
Corners, 10 seconds.
I don't. Kovalev's got the WBA world title, hasn't he? But
and he's been active, hasn't he? It's not like he's sitting there out.
Seconds out, round 2.
Defending the world title.
And I don't mean that in any way down to Cleverly. I like Cleverly. He'll fight anybody, won't he? And it's a legitimate world-class win. I think that's the important thing. Whether there's a belt on the line or not, it's a serious win against the top 5 guy.
Probably the best win on Cleverly's record, isn't it? Yeah. Just going to give a little mention as well there to Alex Matvienko. Just seen him getting out the ring there, having given his instructions at the end of the round. Some of the work he's doing there. He had Paul Drago, overseas boxing, lost a close decision. Perhaps if it had been over here, even though he's a foreign guy anyway. But just depending on how the result would have gone. He's got Jack Flatley out in his first 6-round fight tonight. Got Mickey Ellison here tonight. Like I say, Alex doing some really good stuff up in Bolton, that gym there. He works hard. He's there every day of the week. He's doing, they do privates, they do put sessions on and things like that. So, yeah, fair play to everyone involved down there at Elite, Jim Bolton, everybody.
Yeah, they all seem to work together down there, don't they?
Yeah, it's
good,
great.
hard-working teams. Good to see.
Nice shots there by Ellison. As you said before, Simon, just kept it long, kept the punches straight, and got off a nice little flurry there. He's getting involved far less, isn't he, this round? He looks a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, I'm guessing they were the instructions coming from Alex Matvienko, and he seems to have listened.
It's funny, I've heard a lot of things about Jack Cullen tonight before he makes his pro debut. Well, I know about Danny Wright. I've seen Danny box 3 or 4 times before he's turned over. But Ellison was a new name for me tonight, and I think on these Steve Wood shows, I think we're going to have some exciting fights with him. Tonight's not even over yet, but he's one of them people I think he'll bring value for money, and very exciting fighter.
There's a few coming through on Steve's shows at the moment. I was really impressed even by Luke Willis of the last Wigan show. As we said before, Jeffers is an exciting young fighter you're going to see lots of. He'll certainly, he's made for TV, Mark Jeffers, if you've never seen him. Flies off his stool from the first bell and doesn't stop.
I'd say John's probably better placed than me to talk about Jeffers. He's sparred a number of rounds with him, but certainly the likes of Luke Willis, that turned pro. Starkey had he turned pro a couple of fights ago from over in Liverpool. I've heard a lot of things about Luke Willis over at the Tonks gym. They've got Robbie Davis, obviously, sitting at the top of the tree in that gym, but some top fighters coming through in the Tonks gym, and obviously Joe himself. Hopefully get that injury sorted, and he'll look at getting the winner of the rematch between Ishmael and Lewis.
And we've also got over in Earlham a certain Mr. Put him in the boot Telford. What's next for you, John?
I'm back out on the 18th of November at the Victoria Warehouse show. 4 weeks last night it was. And yeah, training's well underway for that now. Weight's very good for where I'm at in the camp. And I'm very happy at the moment, thank you.
You couldn't meet a more relaxed character around fights than John Telford. If you see him on the night when he's fighting, he's exactly the same as he's talking on the microphone now. I was speaking to Boothie about your debut, and he said, I'm worried, when he gets in the corridor to walk out, I'm worried that's when it'll hit him. And I saw him afterwards, and he said, no, he just basically shrugged and walked out. He said the nerves didn't get to you at all.
No, not at all. If you think about it, it's what I do every day in my life, isn't it? I'm in the gym, sparring, training. It's no surprise. No surprise when I'm out there walking out to go to battle, so to speak.
No, actually, I was stood next to John as he was making his pro debut, and it'll always stick with me. It was a famous, one of my famous boxing songs. It was Here I Go Again, White Snake song, I don't know where I'm going. And I stood next to John as the intro, he played and he soaked it up and he seemed to really enjoy it. And then he obviously was enjoying it because of the performance he produced when he got in the ring as well. And, just watching Ellison go through the same emotions there, I think it's great being involved with somebody from the beginning, watching the pro journey. And like I say,
corners, 10 seconds.
Got a young man here called Mickey Ellison, and I'm looking forward to following him as well as we do with John Telford.
Seconds out,
and any of the
round 3.
Coming through.
If you were in Mickey's corner now, what would you be telling him, John? You can see where he's having his success. Is there a route to a stoppage here, or is it just a case of getting your debut over and done with, getting away with a win?
No, I think you want to tell him not to stay far wrong from his second round there. I thought his second round was brilliant. He worked really well behind his straight shots. Backing him up, working the body. Perfect, he just needs to keep on that now. I'd expect Bryn's gonna come forwards now and have a go, which he is doing. And he just needs to be awake now. He just can't get complacent, thinking he's already got this in the bag. Just needs to keep on his boxing. Everything's going to plan.
I think first things first, I've got to say a little to Bryn. I wasn't sure how tough he was going to be. Seeing him stood in the corner, before the first bell went, I thought he looked like some sort of X Factor. He's met Honey G and he's done whatever he's done. But fair play to him. He's shown a pair of balls in there. He's a tough kid and he's making Ellison think in there. And he's not just turned up to pick his paycheck up. He's a tough kid there. It's the first time I've come across him, so I say respect to both guys in there.
What do you make of Honey G, Simon?
She's a tramp, isn't she, mate? It's a joke, innit, mate? Gets on my nerves now. I've got quite, my resistance levels or my patient levels for all that kind of stuff. They're pretty good, I don't mind a bit of banter. I love a bit of panto, but that stuff's just boring me to tears now. It's just. Yeah, that's just.
I wish you could see the serious look that passed over Si Clayton's face then when he was describing that. That really touched the nerve, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, she probably rejected me in Tenerife about 4 years ago.
I think I'll bring that one up again.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mickey Ellison, watching your debut back, sorry to have taken up some of your time talking about Honey G.
You say Honey. You say Mickey. I say Ellison.
Might have started something there, say.
But Ellison as well, for the first round, you looked at his stance and his posture. He looked a little bit awkward, he looked a little bit uneasy at times. He seems to have grown in it, he seems to be enjoying it, whether that was nerves in his feet and it's coming through. He seems a lot more relaxed now as well.
Yeah, he's definitely loosened off now. I've seen him trying his fakes a couple of moments ago.
Lovely three-punch combination there, finishing up the straight. Lovely uppercut as well.
Gum shield gone.
Wain just picking it up himself. Tough guy, isn't he, Wain? Whenever he gets tagged, he just grits his teeth and fires back, doesn't he?
Crowd's starting to make a little bit of noise now. I don't think they're trapping at the gum shield's come out. I do think that was honest, though. I don't think Wain spat that out at all.
Tough kid. I'm trying to remember the name of his trainer because his trainers, I've seen him bring opponents over, loads of times on these Steve shows. They're always tough kids. Lovely left hand there as well from Ellison. I think what Wain's doing, he's just about doing it and keeping it within legal. It's when he's rolling and he's keeping low and he's ducking and things like that. Ellison's struggling, punching down to land cleanly.
Yeah, there's already a height difference, isn't there? Yeah. Wain's bending almost double at the waist. He's still finding a way there, though, isn't he, Ellison? He's still finding a home for his punches. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, good performance. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the Mickey Ellison pro debut. You're watching it and you're obviously watching it to catch the Ellison fight. Drop us a tweet, #VIP Boxing Live. If you've got any stories about him, and share them with the viewers. People will be watching this debut back for years to come. #VIP Boxing Live. Let us know the worst thing you know about Mickey Ellison. Best one wins a VIP t-shirt.
No swearing.
Oh no, with pre-watershed we can swear. The best stories will contain swearing as well, John. We don't want to limit it.
From
Corners, 10 seconds.
We've got a big last round now.
Seconds out for your fourth and final round.
It's a very good question, mate. I'm not going to lie, mate. It's probably yourself, El Porch and Dale Evans if I've got to name me top three. Lauren Page has tweeted in, she's buzzing for Danny Wright's first pro fight tonight. I'd imagine she'll be here in attendance. Mr. Gargano just walking around. You've got Jack Cullen tonight, mate. You looking forward to the fight, Curtis?
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get in there, and do the business.
Bit of a late notice thing, this, Curtis, isn't it? Are you going to welcome him to a pro game with a bit of aggression?
Well, I woke up this morning with my kids doing my head in, with about 100 missed calls off Steve Finesse, driving me to jump in and fight this kid 'cause he sold a few tickets. But you know me, I'm game. I'll fight anyone, anywhere. As long as the money's right, I'm there.
Are you coming for the win, Curtis? Obviously, I know you said. Yeah, you're coming here to get the win tonight.
Of course, mate. We're going to go in and get the work, hopefully, get the win, 'cause I need one.
All the best, mate. Good luck tonight.
Respect. Nice one, guys.
Nice right hand from Ellison there as Curtis Gargano was telling us about his plans to upset Jack Cullen.
Call me out then. He did, didn't he? Yeah.
You can call you Al.
Good work from Ellison. He's come out, he's kept the same tempo. If anything, I think he's upped the tempo a little bit this round. Sitting on his punches a little bit more.
Yeah, he's definitely got the fitness there, which I'd expect coming from Alex Matvienko's gym.
Yeah, it's the shape he gets his lads in, it's fantastic.
Oh. Just don't want to get carried away now. That's it, back to the jab.
Just used his feet nicely as well then, didn't he? Stepped back and then just came around the corner and landed the right. Nice stuff.
Just wondering now, Bryn in there, Wain. He's took a few big shots this round. The shots are getting a little bit heavier and heavier. They're getting through a little bit easier as well. I think he's ready for that bell to ring now as well.
Yeah, 100%. He's definitely earned to that last bell.
You see him sucking it up there as well before he went
Yeah,
again.
he seems to be grimacing a little bit in his pain now every time Ellison's landing. I think he's definitely got to him now. I think there feels another round or two left in this. I think we would see him get him out of there.
Crowd's continuing to come in as well. Just looking to our left there.
It's filling up by the second, isn't it?
There's certain opponents, isn't there, who always provide good entertainment. I think we'll put Bryn Wain in there with Fons Alexander and the other guy, Lewis Poach. Really good, aggressive opponents who always come to win. Good effort there from Bryn Wain, but Mickey Ellison looked really good, I thought. Nice 4-round win on his debut. He'll move on. Looks like he might have a little bit of something extra as well. There's a bit of spite in his punches when he put them together.
Yeah, definitely think we'll be seeing him again soon.
Scores the contest 40 points to 36.
Shut out there for Ellison. He's getting his post-fight pictures done now, is Ellison. There's the man we talk of now, Alex Matvienko. One of the most up-and-coming trainers in the country.
Quick message here from Boxing Banter UK. He's asking us who wins a bantamweight Super 6. We've got Jamie McDonnell, Lee Haskins, Yamanaka, Tete Butler and Raushi Warren.